Hey, welcome to the Take Active channel. This is Art, and today I wanted to introduce you to one of the newest founders with OnPassive, Mr. Eric Yates. He comes from the UK. When I saw his video, his story really resonated with me, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people around the world. So I wanted to share that with you today. Make sure you stay to the very end because he does interview um, one of the Leadership Council founders, and the interview is very informative. I think you're going to learn a lot. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you address any questions and answer those for you. So, with that said, take it away, Eric.
Hi there, Eric Yates from the UK. Well, the north of the UK, up there in the northeast of England, otherwise known as Geordieland. I've just put this short video together to talk a little bit about an opportunity that came my way through a friend of a friend. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about my background. I've spent the last 30 odd years working in the residential, childcare and education sectors, and the last 20 years as a commercial trainer, where I go out to schools, care homes, education, so on, delivering face-to-face training. Having said that, we had a very successful business and things were going all tickety-boo until all of a sudden we got this thing come along called coronavirus. And I'm pretty much sure you've heard about it, as has the whole world. And I'm recording this video in December. It's December here in the UK, and our wonderful government, in their infinite wisdom, have put us on yet another lockdown, which lasts for about a month, which has seen a few people cancel face-to-face training. But we did have a huge lockdown that lasted from March to September, and I saw my income of my business dwindle down to absolutely zero. So initially, when the lockdown happened, yes, it was nice to spend a little bit of time with friends and family, or not friends so much because we couldn't, other than see them online, but certainly family, and spend some time out there in nature. And once, like most of us, had done a little bit of DIY and reshaped the garden and cleaned up the house and done the driveway. I was left with actually nothing else but to sit in front of a computer, scrolling through the internet and going on my online banking, and realise there was actually no income whatsoever. Anyway, to cut a long story short, this chap that got me interested or sent me this opportunity was a chap called Paul Angus, who I'm known for as a friend of a friend. I've known for a number of years, and he is a serial multi-level marketer and been involved in absolutely all sorts of things over the years, as have I. I've been involved in various sort of pyramid schemes, multi-level marketing, and made a little bit of cash from time to time. But by and large, you make a little bit of cash, things are ticking along, and all of a sudden the company then goes, well, it just disappears. We're involved in vitamins, we're involved in artwork. One of my best was telecommunications, telecoms, and internet services, and that made a little bit of money for a while. There's a bit of extra income. But I'm thinking now, because my main business is generating no income at all, I've got to find another way of making income. So the last sort of few months, I've looked at the opportunity of taking what I do for a living and putting it online. So doing an online training business to work with schools and care homes and various other sectors, but using through the medium of video conference and online facilities, online training. And anyway, Paul badgered on and badgered on. He said, have a look at this stuff. Using the products anyway, it might be something you're interested in. So I eventually, just only last week, looked at this opportunity to realise that all the products this OnPassive, so again, OnPassive, you've never heard of OnPassive, it's the biggest tech company you've never heard of. And they've got plans to rival some of the biggest names, tech companies, when it comes to digital products. Now, as a result of me being forced to deliver my training online, paying for a Zoom subscription from Zoom is a fairly hefty £12 a month in order for me to do a whole online training course that lasts more than 40 minutes at a time, as well as actually investing in Teams in order to get access to the organisation, the calendars and the emailing clients about certain times and so on, as well as actually investing in video conferencing software and recording software, and we've invested in cameras and microphones and all sorts of stuff, which has cost me probably in the range of a couple of grand to set up a little home studio like I've got here now. Now, the issue with that is that money I've spent could have been saved, or certainly will be saved, because when I started to look at this OnPassive opportunity, I realised that all the products that I've spent a fortune on, they're going to do, which are going to be more efficient, but a fraction of the price. So it's almost like they wake up home and going, okay, I could have saved myself some money, but the company yet hasn't launched yet, and it's due to launch at the end of this month. So on top of that was the opportunity to get all the products I'm using, for example, e-marketing, video conferencing, calendar, organization, digital marketing, and mailing lists. I mean, mailing lists, you can pay an absolute fortune for an emailing service, and this is going to be a fraction of the cost. Not only that, being involved in this is you also get a dividend or a payment for all the customers that are going to be using these products if you're in there early to what they call a Go Founder member. And I do believe that they're going to launch at the end of 2020, so we'll let you get the end of this month or the month of December, and all Go Founder members will have these products included as part of their package and get a significant dividend from the customers using it. Now, for me, when Paul Angus, my friend, joined, there was around about 60,000 people involved. I've eventually got around to come and get involved now, and there's over 300,000 people involved. And I've been watching the back office website, and that seems to be increasing at a rate of around 4,000 or 5,000 a week. So there's a lot of people getting involved in this thing. Vast majority of those across the pond in America, of which are incredibly enthusiastic, which we love all that. But us Brits, we tend to be a little bit more reserved and not tend to be as enthusiastic about things. But inside, I'm secretly getting excited about the prospect of having all the products that I need to drive my business forward in one place, and the opportunity to derive a residual income or a passive income from being involved. And it excites me, because I guess, again, if you're out there at the moment, just watching the news this morning, there's going to be 2.6 million unemployed in the UK after this COVID thing. And I'm thinking for those, certainly a lot of friends in the teaching education industry or sector, they're very frustrated with the teaching system. So I'm thinking this could appeal to an awful lot more people than just the average person across the pond. So I'm thinking those in education, out of work actors or out of work musicians, might be something that they will need, because there's going to be a whole digital platform where there's a website, domain hosting service, to allow you to put an online presence. But I'm thinking all those people within the hospitality industry too. This provides us with an opportunity to have an online presence, to put an online CV on, and to use all the marketing tools and video marketing tools to promote yourself, to launch or get involved in to get a better job, to get it almost become all your video and interviewing and stuff could be done online using these systems. So it gives you a little bit ahead above an extra edging above the competition of all those people that are looking for a job. And having said that, on top of that, earn a residual income from being involved in this system, being involved in this particular network. So there's a link below this video, which you can click and actually go and have a look at the opportunity. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever, because I'm sure you're going to be hearing about OnPassive. Certainly 2021, it will launch, it will become the next big thing, and it's useful to get in there before this thing launches. But also feel free to put any comments below, or do a little bit of research on OnPassive. Look at who's behind it, look at what the products are, and look in the opportunity. And once you've done that, come back to this video, click the link below, because what I'm interested in is helping you understand the products and use them efficiently from a professional and personal point of view, and to be involved in something that's going to be pretty exciting, and it could end up being something that's going to benefit all of us in the year 2021. And let's hope for about a year, because we've all been pretty much fed up of this COVID thing, and all been pretty much fed up about having no income, or limited income, or being stuck on furlough. I think now's the time to take a bit of action and look at opportunities out there. So thanks for watching. and I'm due to do a online live interview with Paul Angus, who's certainly been involved a lot longer than I have. Okay, right. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to this video. Today, we're coming to you from XPTI Income YouTube channel, and we're talking today with Paul Angus about OnPassive. Now, something that I've got involved in very recently. Paul's been involved a lot longer, so we'll get Paul in, and he can tell a little bit about himself. So, good morning, Paul.
Yeah, good morning, Eric. Good to see you.
And good to see you too. So, Paul, do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, your sort of little potted history about who Paul Angus is?
Yeah, I've been involved in the home-based business for about nearly 40 years now, working mainly in network marketing and affiliate marketing. But over the last couple of years, I've come away from that and gone back into the traditional kind of job thing, which I haven't really enjoyed. So I've been looking for something to get me back into the home-based business. And fortunately for me, a really good dear friend of mine, Dennis Owens, showed me OnPassive coming up a year ago in this month, December. So I was pleased to when it came up and to take a good look.
Well, like you and I, we've both been involved in various schemes, marketing. And I mentioned in the earlier video about pyramid selling and pyramid marketing. The difference, I guess, between pyramid selling and any sort of affiliate marketing or network marketing is that with a pyramid, there's no product. Yet with OnPassive, there certainly is a product. In fact, one hell of a range of products that are going to come our way. Is that right?
Yes, it is. So we're starting with around 50 products when we launch later this month. So it's a good base to start from.
So do you want to start off by just giving us a slight overview about what OnPassive is before we get into the nuts and bolts, as it were?
Yeah, OnPassive is designed to be the world's biggest IT company driven by AI by a man called Mufareh. Now, Mufareh, like yourself and I, have been in the home-based business and online marketing for many, many years, but he just felt it was quite an unfair platform for a lot of people because a lot of people got involved and they didn't actually make any money. So Ash wanted to do something different where everybody that got involved in the business would make money. So by creating OnPassive, he's put a very fair system together, which actually guarantees that everyone that comes in, that gets involved in OnPassive, can actually make money, and you don't have to be a marketer.
Okay, so in terms of OnPassive, I mean, you've been involved. I've been involved for about 2 days. You've been involved for how long?
A year. I've been involved in a year now, and it's been quite a journey. When I joined, there was something in the region of about 61,000 members, which I thought was quite a lot at the time, last December. Just before Christmas, I joined, 23rd of December. But this year, it's absolutely, the momentum's got in. And obviously, we're watching more and more of what Ash is putting together and his team in Bangalore and Hyderabad. And it's now grown this month to in excess of 314,000 members getting ready to launch. And it's been predicted that we'll have something in the region of 400,000 members when we launch in the next few weeks. So we're quite excited about that.
So in terms of OnPassive itself, I mean, to get involved in OnPassive, do you need to know anything about digital marketing at all as a new person or a lay person coming in?
No, that's the really good thing about it, really, because it's very user-friendly. It's going to be very simple. I mean, Ash's idea was to get products and services out there that people can actually use and don't have to have degrees to use. But the good thing is, really, with what's happened this past year with COVID, people have, in my view, have generally trained themselves how to use a lot of digital tools. So you've obviously noticed that everyone's doing FaceTime, they're doing Skype calls to their family and friends, and they're using Zoom, which has boomed this year. So when we launch our products, generally the general public are ready and waiting for something better. They've already been using something like OnPassive, but not as good a quality.
So I guess what you're looking at is us taking on the market leaders, but with a superior product. So who are you kind of looking to get to, and in your view, would be this opportunity would be suitable for? Who would want to join this opportunity?
Well, really, everyone and everyone, Eric, because most people these days are using the internet. They're using it from their mobile phones at work. They come home, they have their meal, they're straight on the internet, they're social media types. But also with what's going on around the world, where the job cuts and everything else, people are using social media and everything to look for the next job. They're on LinkedIn, they're on all these sites. with their CVs, trying to beat the competition, trying to beat other people first to get the next best job. And I remember my mentor, Jim Rome, once said to me, people don't need a better job, they need a better income. And it took me a little while to think about that. I thought, he's actually right. People want a better income. So with OnPassive, with what Ash Mufareh and his team have created, people are not just looking for better products, which we've got, is also a better income, which is now sort of coming to the surface.
So in terms of this, explain a little bit about what they call the Go Founders, and if there's a Go Founder member, obviously I paid a little bit of money to get involved. So do you want to talk a little bit about the Go Founder member, difficult to say that, and the amount of cost or the money involved that people have to put in the front, and what they're going to get for their cash, I suppose.
Yeah, the Go Founders is a platform. It was designed really to get everyone in one place as a unit, so people can see what's going on easily. And Ash created what we call a Go Founders platform. So once someone's become a member with OnPassive, we get our own link. We can go into what we call the back office. Other people might call it a members area. And they can see everything about OnPassive. They can see our product range, what's going on. There's a leadership council there that people can look at. I was very fortunate a little while ago to be invited to become a member of the leadership council. There's 33 of us around the world, which we're really pleased about. And really the Go Founders platform is where you would go to look at what the future holds for you. So in terms of cost, it's really affordable. I was actually quite surprised when I came on board with OnPassive. I was expecting there to be sort of £200 or £300 to get involved. And it's actually to be a founder member of this amazing new really big high-tech company. It's only $97. So for us in the UK, when I joined, I did it by card. You can pay by debit or credit card. So there was a $5 processing fee on top of that. So it was $102. And at this current month, that's around £77. So it's really affordable for somebody to come on board to be a founder. So that gives them access to the company. And it also later on will give them access to a very nice income, because obviously we share in some of the profits.
So in terms of $97 or $105, we're calling this just before the month of December. It could be a bit of an early Christmas present to yourself in order to invest in your future. Yeah. So if you can, talk a little bit about, and when you say that, obviously the products are to be launched later, and I did a little video previously around some of the products and showed some of the products, and as like that I'd spend a lot of time doing various training courses, stuff face to face and online, so I'm looking forward to actually using the products. But I'm interested in this getting paid or dividend. How does that work then?
Well, it works on volume, like every business. The way that OnPassive works is Ash and his team. It's an automated system. It's a fully automated system, which means that we don't have to technically do anything at all except be a member. The company is actually going to do all the promotion and all the campaigns for us. But when those people join as customers or as resellers of the IT product, which is known in our business, that commission or that sale, some of that is going to come back to us, the founder. So therefore, it's like a dividend. Rather than wait for a dividend like a share, where you have to wait a period of time and you have a little small portion of that, the way it's been structured, we will actually be paid daily and sometimes several times a day, because we're in 212 countries around the world. You're probably going to receive some commissions while you're sleeping, which is quite exciting. So it's all based on volume. So not only the Go Founders, we actually purchase a package when we join, so we're also customers, but the amount of tens of thousands of customers that's going to come on board with OnPassive, and certainly when we go viral, that gets a kind of shared out between all the founders that are on board this current day. So it's quite exciting.
And you were talking a little bit about, I guess, when this company launches. I mean, I'm quoted on my video by saying that apparently it's going to be the biggest tech company you'd ever heard of. I mean, it's worth already estimated quite a large extent amount of money that it's already kind of been calculated at. So what kind of figures are they quoting when it comes to this business in terms of what it's worth?
Well, the current value is set at around about $3.5 billion. And I don't think that we've heard of any company being valued at that before they launched. We've done some of our homework. And if you look at some of the tech giants like Google and Apple and them sort of people, Microsoft, these companies took 5 to 8 to 15 years plus to become a billion-dollar company. It's actually known in the industry as a unicorn company. Now, with what OnPassive done already, and we'll have at least 400,000 members when we launch, we will become customers on day one. So when we purchase our product package, that technically makes us a billion-dollar company on day one. And I believe we're the first company to ever do that. So that's really exciting. It's going to be a huge change for the internet, going to be a massive change for home-based business, because a lot of that comes back to us, unlike Google, Amazon, and them sort of people. If you could imagine when they started, if they said, well, we're launching Amazon, we're actually going to sell books online, we think it's going to take off. If you paid us $97, you can have a little piece of the pie every time someone purchases a book. I mean, where would you be today? You'd be extremely wealthy, because Amazon went on to not just do books and do everything. So with OnPassive, we're actually launching with 50 products, and it's a wide range of products that just individuals would use, anyone that uses the internet, but also business would use, commerce, governments would use. So our marketplace is massive. It's about 4.5 billion people that can look and enjoy our products. So, we're starting with 50 products. Within a year, that could expand to 100. So the future is very bright for anyone in OnPassive.
So in terms of becoming a GoFounder member, I mean, is it? I know that they're talking about a soft launch, which you can talk about in a moment. But is this particular opportunity a bit time limited now, or is it? Can people get involved over the next year, or what?
No, the time is quite limited now to be a founder. We are launching in 2020, so we've got literally a matter of weeks left. And as you said, we're going to go into the soft launch. And what the soft launch is, it's a beta testing. Obviously, the company wants to test all the products and also the wallet, how we get paid. So we're going to make sure that that's going to go into place. Now, when we go into beta testing, at the moment, it's $97, as we said, to get involved to be a founder. When we go into the soft launch, that increases to $149. The difference is actually going to be paid back to founders as a commission in that soft launch period. But at the end of that soft launch period, which could be, I don't know, it could be 2 or 3 weeks. We haven't been told yet. But once they've done that sort of beta testing, we immediately go into the full launch. And when we do go into the full launch, the founder position ends. It completely ends. It doesn't end for 3 months or 3 years. It ends. So that's everyone's chance to become a founder in the next 3 or 4 weeks before we launch. After that, they've unfortunately missed the chance.
So in terms of like most networks of which we've been involved in over the years, and I can't count how many networks I've been involved in over the years, some which have been paid dividends or paid a bit of cash, but some haven't. And it was always that quite laborious thing of trying to generate a team and put people underneath you. People can join this one. There's no requirement to add people or tell people about it. Or, I mean, some people will obviously. But do people need to build a team? Do they need to go down that rigmarole?
No, that's the nice thing about it, really. You don't have to build a team. I mean, people know that in the past, as I say, we've been involved in network marketing. OnPassive isn't a network marketing company. It's not an affiliate company. It's an IT company, a bricks and mortar company driven by AI. And that's the massive difference. I mean, I've always had pretty good success in the past building teams because I like that. I understand the value of helping people. But not many people understand that, because when you think about it, introducing or referring or recruiting people into a business, we go to work and we do a job. So we don't introduce anybody, we don't recruit anybody, we just go to work and do our job. Our company recruits, our company refers people into their business. So to a lot of people, it would seem quite strange. Well, why would I bring people into my business? So that's sometimes what's held a lot of companies, I think, networks back, because it seems alien to people. But people generally around the world love to share a good idea. So if they like something and they think this is really good, they generally tell people about it. So there isn't a requirement to do that, because this business is fully automated, and that's the real secret. The company will actually do all the promotions, all the campaigns on a daily basis. So you're going to have what they call traffic driven to your website, to your link, and that will actually bring on more customers and more resellers of the IT product into your business without you doing it. If you want to do it, it just cuts down timeframes. It will just increase your success rate. If you didn't want to do it, it's going to happen anyway, which I love, because it makes it very fair for anyone coming on board with OnPassive.
So I guess it would probably be useful, addition to add in probably your own family members as it was part of your team, so they can benefit from the dividends and payouts too. Yeah. But also, I guess it's probably then to transfer any money you should. I mean, we're living in a time where older generation of population will need to live longer, but unfortunately we do pass away. Is it possible then to transfer that dividends or income to your family members?
Yeah. That's a really good thing. I don't think I've been involved in a business over the last 40 years where there's something going to be set up where you can actually leave that legacy to family and friends. So this business, OnPassive, your OnPassive business, is actually willable. And so when we launch, we're going to have a different website with a different back office. It's going to be modified slightly for us. But in that back office, there's also going to be a section that you can put in there should anything untoward happen to you, or, also you passed away. You're building this business. The company's building this business on your behalf every single day. So you could be on holiday. When you get back, your business has grown. Well, you'd like to know that that can go to a family or friend member, and it can do. So that can be set up. Obviously, it's all done legally from the company. We've actually, unfortunately, had someone that joined OnPassive 2 years ago. He was a tremendous leader. And he sadly passed away last year. And Ash Mufareh has made sure that that legacy that he started even before we launched is going to financially keep his family for years and years and years to come. And that was very reassuring.
That's good. I noticed when I joined, there was also, it was a fairly painless process. In fact, quite a simple process. You know, a lot of websites you log on to and you try like going and join and they click the link and verify passwords. I mean, this was absolutely seamless. But one of the things that did strike me is there was a document that one had to sign called an NDA. Talk a little bit about what an NDA is.
Yeah, an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. I mean, we're a high-tech company, and we haven't launched yet. So obviously, the products themselves are built from the ground up. So we're not borrowing old technology. We're not using what somebody already had and just improving on it. Everything we do, every single product is actually built by our high-tech guys. So therefore, we need to protect that. And if some of that gets leaked out to the market, that could obviously warn our competition, any competition that's out there. And they might try and copy it, and it would probably be a bad copy, and that's not always a good thing. So we want to make sure that when we launch, we've got the best of the best, made by the best of the best, and we need to protect that. So it's there to protect the company, it's there to protect you. So by signing that NDA, you do agree that anything you hear on our private webinar and everything else, you're not going to share that with the general public because it might go into the wrong hands. So it's really there to protect you and your business.
Okay, well, I think with the internet is probably waking up and people are probably watching their daytime television. We lost your signal a little bit there, but I think we'll carry on with it.
Sure.
Well, certainly in terms of my response, I mean, I put a YouTube video together around OnPassive, yesterday. And when the space of putting on the video, it's had over 1,500 views and a number of people subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
So the power of actually being in the network around 300 to 20,000 people is going to be somewhat beneficial, but even more so, I'm excited by the whole prospect of using the products and getting a dividend and payment from the company. So exciting times ahead, and I'm sure you're very excited.
Oh, yeah, very. We really can't wait. And talking about those YouTube videos, I mean, people live on Facebook, they live on all social media, and YouTube's a great medium for people to learn from. If you need to learn anything, you go to YouTube, and that's what's going to really happen with OnPassive, because we've got our own learning academy. But let me tell you a little bit more briefly about some traffic that Ash did. He did like a little small competition within the founders recently because he liked some of the videos. Ash Mufareh, the CEO, does watch a lot of the videos from founders that go on there. And he decided a little competition and tweak it. Tweak your video and add some traffic to it, just to give you a little insight of the future of OnPassive. And my sponsor, Dennis Owens, he's 88. He doesn't look anywhere near his age. He's a fabulous guy. He put together a really nice, heartfelt video of why he joined OnPassive, what he saw about it, and Dennis has never made videos before. This was his first video. And I checked that video a couple of days ago. I haven't looked at it for a couple of days, but because Ash and his team have tweaked it and to get more views, there was nearly 12,000 people that viewed Dennis's video. So it's just going through the roof. And he has said that there are some people will get 20, 50, 100,000 views, or even up to 1 million views. So if you can do that with just one of your YouTube videos, imagine what you can do with your business with OnPassive when they drive traffic to it, targeted traffic every single day. It's going to be quite remarkable.
Well, Paul, it's been an absolute pleasure, and we lost a couple of internet connections. It went a little bit haywire, but I think we'll run with it. But it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to this morning. I'm excited about the future. I'm sure you're excited about the future. And we'll
Yeah.
obviously, if people are watching this video on YouTube, please comment below any questions or any comments to put them to myself or Paul, and we'll repeat the process probably on a scheduled basis going live, should you be interested, later on. So thank you very much, Paul. Thank you for joining us today, and no doubt we'll be catching each other online fairly soon. Thank you very much.
Yep. Absolute pleasure. Thank you, Eric.
Okay,
Again,
that was
pleasure.
Paul
Thank you.
Angus. Paul Angus, who's the chap that introduced myself through a friend called Graham Davison. We're in his team. We're looking forward to this soft launch and launch. And if it's something that you'd be interested in, there's a link below. Click that, follow that link, and please, we'll investigate, follow the link, find information, ask us. But certainly, I would spend some time looking at this opportunity before that launch goes ahead and the co-founder position will no longer be available. Thank you for watching.